What is up, guys, and welcome to a little audio comparison for my channel. So if you guys have followed my channel for a while, I've mentioned it a couple times. I did work as an audio engineer for the last 5 years, so I have a few different audio samples, and I picked up a couple so we could kind of take it from an aspect of gaming, what we can get out of different quality microphones and what our price bracket is really going to be. So starting on the far right, we have the PC headset. I bet probably like 90% of you guys out there have some sort of headset that has a boom mic attached to it. You know, it's nothing fancy, but it's an all-in-one unit, and if you want to just get up and get going, boom, there you have it. You know, you just buy the headset, you have your headphones, your microphone, you can game, you can talk to your friends on TeamSpeak or whatever, and that's all you need to buy. Next, we'll skip over here. This is a little dynamic USB microphone. It's about 25 bucks, I think, so it's a good investment if you're going to do a little more along the lines of gameplay commentary stuff and you want something a step up from the actual microphone on the headset. Again, with the buying this microphone, you're going to have to buy a separate pair of headphones, which I'll get into here in a second, but just keep that in mind. You're going to have more equipment, basically. Rather than our nice all-in-one headset, we have to have our microphone and our headphones, and, you know, don't forget like a microphone stand for this as well. So next on the list is an actual condenser microphone that needs a USB interface or some sort of interface to get it into the computer. So obviously this microphone uses an XLR connector, and nowhere on any computer that I know of is there an XLR connector. So we need an audio interface. So what that's going to do is translate the analog audio coming from the microphone. It's going to send it down an XLR cable, and it's going to transition it into digital ones and zeros that the computer can understand. And that's a whole standalone unit, such as something like this. So sure, this is really starting to rack up the bill on just using an XLR microphone. So we can plug in our microphone and then USB into our computer. Now, the nice thing about this is it does all of that conversion inside the mic itself. So all we need is this microphone, plug it straight into the computer, and we're done. Whereas with this XLR microphone, we have the mic, the stand, the cables, the interface, and the headphones on top of all that. So you can see why going the headset route really is quite simple and what a lot of people choose to do. But if you want to step it up in the audio department, let's get into how we can go about doing that. Alrighty guys, let's get into some budgets. So as I mentioned before, the Plantronic 780 headset is what I personally own. It's about $75. So obviously we're going to get to the microphone quality test here in a second, but it's not the best mic. It sounds okay. I wouldn't really ever recommend a gaming headset, but to be fair, for a lot of people, $75 is all they have to spend, and it's all they really want. You know, it is a really easy solution to everything audio. You know, you have your voice, you have the audio that you want to hear, and you're done. You just plug in the USB cable and boom, that's it. Now, if we're going to step it up just a little bit more, this is the microphone I showed you guys that I bought. The reason I bought this microphone is because it was the cheapest USB microphone that was not complete and utter crap that's on Amazon. Now, would I necessarily recommend it for you guys out there? Not really, but let's look at the prices really quick. So as you can see, it's about $25 for this. Now we're also going to need a pair of headphones. These are the headphones that I personally use. I think they're really good quality for $40. I would buy these again and again. They're great headphones. And we're also probably going to need a pop filter and a stand. Now all this combined is going to bring us about the $100 price point if we do end up getting a pop filter and an extra stand like I have. This is actually the exact stand that I own. So sure, it is a little bit more money, so it's about $75 versus about $100 to get into the ball game with this microphone. But we have a lot more wires going on, and we have a boom stand now at our desk, and we have a pop filter. It's a lot of stuff, I'll be honest. Like, my desk is kind of cramped, and it has a lot of wires running around it because of my audio setup. It would be a lot more easy if I just had one wire that came from my headset. Now, I did want to throw this in because I think this would be a much better investment if you were trying to go kind of the condenser, but you didn't want to buy all the interfaces and everything like that. So this is a condenser USB that basically functions just like this dynamic microphone, but it's going to sound a little bit nicer, and I think it would be probably a better investment for only about $20 more. You know, I would say step it up. So this is about $120 again if we buy the headphones, the pop filter, and the boom stand. That's not bad. Considering you can buy headsets up around that $150 range, that probably don't sound as good as these headphones, and the mic quality is certainly not as good as something that like this CAD U37 would be. So it's something to consider. Again, look at reviews on YouTube of different microphones and see what you think and find something that you might like. Now let's move on to what I actually use, which is the MXL 990. You'll notice this microphone is more expensive than this entire headset. And this is pretty much bottom of the barrel when it comes to XLR microphones. Sure, it sounds decent, but you can spend a lot more money on XLR condenser microphones. The next piece of equipment we're going to need is obviously an XLR cable, and we're going to need something to get into the computer. This is currently probably the cheapest USB audio interface. You might also hear these considered DACs, digital analog or digital audio converter. I don't know if I would really recommend buying this one in particular, just because Behringer is kind of iffy on their quality, but the one I personally use is like a $250 audio interface, and that's purely because I used it professionally as well. So there's a reason I spent a lot of money on mine, but I wouldn't really recommend you spend a ton of money if you're just using this for something like a YouTube commentary. Same goes with the microphone. I see a lot of people buy like $300 microphones for streaming and gameplay commentary. I don't foresee it being worth it. I would much rather have, a $300 graphics card than a $300 microphone. And I think most all of us would. Again, the audio interface, and again, we're going to need a stand and we're going to need a pop filter. So we're going to be coming in a lot higher this time around. We're going to be coming in about 150, probably a little bit more than that with this whole setup. And again, it's more wires. And it's not the top of the line, like I mentioned. I would probably get something better than this interface, but it's about as cheap as it's going to get with an XLR condenser microphone with an audio interface included. So not a bad deal, but again, I might step up my game a little bit. I would spend probably closer to $175 to get a little bit better audio interface. This is a really nice one, but it's another $100, so this is more along the lines of something like I have. Mine was actually another $100 more than this one. So again, keep in mind what your budget is and see how much you want to spend. But I just wanted to kind of go over budget and what you guys could get for your money. Alrighty guys, now we are just going to take a listen to each microphone, just a little audio sample. I just read the description of Watch Dogs on Steam, so sorry if this gets repetitive, but I figured it was the easiest way for you guys to kind of hear the differences. So you can see the tracks are named over here on the left. If you get confused on what's what, just look over here and you can make sure you know. So anyway, I'm just going to play through each one and you can hear the difference. There's a link down below to a guide how to EQ and compress your audio tracks. So just because a microphone doesn't sound great doesn't mean a little EQ and some compression can't take it a long way. So make sure to check out that video down below. So maybe you have a decent sounding microphone, but you need it to just sound a little bit better. Check that, and it might give you some tips and maybe extend the life of whatever microphone you're using right now, before you can afford something better. Anyway, we're just going to listen through these. I try to kind of level out the volume, so I apologize if they're a little off, but for the most part, they should be about right. Anyway, let's listen.
In today's hyper-connected world, Chicago operates under CTOS, the most advanced computer network in America. In today's hyper-connected world, Chicago operates under CTOS, the most advanced computer network in America. In today's hyper-connected world, Chicago operates under CTOS, the most advanced computer network in America. In today's hyper-connected world, Chicago operates under CTOS, the most advanced computer network in America. In today's hyper-connected world, Chicago operates under CTOS, the most advanced computer network in America. In today's hyper-connected world, Chicago operates under CTOS, the most advanced computer network in America.
So as you guys could hear, the quality got better as we went up the totem pole pretty much. Like I said, a little EQ will go a long ways, especially with the microphone like the CAD, but it doesn't mean maybe you should consider just buying the CAD and EQ it. If you can afford an XLR, nice condenser microphone, I would say go for that. That way you're not upgrading down the line. Another nice thing, like I mentioned, is I can also record some decent sounding instruments with this XLR condenser microphone, and also since I have the interface and the XLR cable, I can swap out microphones. So if I wanted to do something different or wanted to change up my microphone, it's that easy. I just unplug it and plug it back in, rather than having to buy, a USB microphone that might be a little bit more expensive purely because of the fact that it has all that I/O conversion inside of it. So anyways, guys, I hope this sheds some light on the different qualities you can expect from different microphones. Obviously, there are better condenser microphones, there are better dynamic USB microphones, there are better headset microphones. These are just 3 that I had, and it's the general rule of thumb, I would say, that that's about what each one is going to sound like. I mean, you guys have probably heard a lot of this stuff out there already. So anyway, I think this video has gone on long enough. I just wanted to give you guys a little sound sample of each one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.